Hello there, very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us here on Ideal World. This is the night where we team up with Planet Cruise and we bring you the holiday of a lifetime. And it really is the opportunity for you to enjoy one of the finest holidays on the planet. I was lucky enough to do this sort of work for 18 years, and I'm sure tonight we've got something for everyone. Now, you'll find that throughout the show there's a different phone number. It'll be on the screen a little later. It's a different phone number. You'll get to call Planet Cruise direct and talk to their team of experts. So they'll be able to tell you everything you need to know about that particular cruise. And bear this in mind, when it comes to Planet Cruise, there's lots of extra special things that they offer, which we'll cover throughout the show, and lots of reasons why you want to go through Planet Cruise. However, if you would like to make the trip a little more bespoke, then it's also worth calling them. So if you want a couple of extra nights in the first port of call or the last port of call, then they'll be ready to answer those questions for you. Let me introduce you to Justin, who'll be taking us through the evening. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you again.
How are you? Where have you been
start doing this?
What do you think? Where have you been jet setting recently? Where are you back from?
Oh, I've been here, there and everywhere. It's
Give us a clue.
Give us a clue. Very hot. I've actually been over to Greece.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was actually a couple of weeks ago, and it sort of leads us in nicely because...
And you got some pictures later?
Yeah, we've got Celestyal Cruises, which easily for the last 6 months has been one of the best-selling cruise packages that we've had. And I was actually lucky enough, I was in port and the ship was in. So we'll tell you the story a little bit later on. We've got one of the latest ships from MSC.
Yeah.
We've got a fantastic Far East cruise and 2 great value cruises from Pullmantur, and a little bit later on something a little bit special as well.
And any shout-outs? You often have shout-outs?
Yeah, we've got a couple of shout-outs. This is actually one of our team from Planet was on board a cruise recently, and she met Jane Inder and Lynn Davis. So Jane, Lynn, hiya, how you doing? Big shout-out.
Great. Now,
we've also got
a sale that's been on as well, isn't there? A sale ends tomorrow night.
Yeah, really important. Any of the cruises that we've actually got, which are over £1,000, you can get, but this ends tonight, £50 per person on all cruises over £999.
It's actually tomorrow night.
Sorry, tomorrow night.
That's okay. So it is a Halloween night. It's going to be finishing tomorrow. So you have got tonight, tomorrow, but I'd always encourage you get your orders in tonight.
As we go through the show tonight, we will remind you of those deals at which this is applicable.
Great stuff. So there are 6 main cruises we're going to be talking about. And then we've also got some extra special cruises, some autumn specials, and of course we'll be reminding you of the sale. We're also going to make a phone call a little later to Glenn, and we're going to be bringing Andy in, who's from Celestyal Cruises. He's the Vice President, so we'll chat to him. Okay, should we start with our first cruise with MSC?
Why not? Why not? Now, straight away, this is one of the latest ships. She's got all the latest innovations. One of the things I particularly like about MSC is they're really moving with the times. If you go onto their website, you can actually see now that you can wear these wristbands and pay for everything and make bookings via this wristband. So they use near-field communications.
Wow.
And, well, we'll tell you a little bit more about that a little bit later on.
Well, we've got a video, so we can actually watch this and learn a little more about the cruise themselves. So watch this. Paul was lucky enough to go on board.
3 years in the planning, 26 months in construction, 35,000 tons of steel, and ushering in a new style of ship to MSC Cruises, Meraviglia arrives fully loaded with everything you could ever want in a family-orientated cruise ship, packed with incredible visuals throughout her impressive 19-passenger decks. However, the crown and glory has to be the 2-deck inside promenade, topped with a huge LED dome. From simple interior rooms all the way through to the incredible royal suites of the MSC Yacht Club, the choice of cabins on board Meraviglia is truly amazing. The ocean view cabins come with large picture windows, whilst the balconies and family cabins offer you the taste of the outdoor. For a taste of luxury, why not try a suite or a duplex? Both come loaded with more space than the standard options, or for the ultimate that MSC have to offer, there's always the Yacht Club. With a choice of 12 dining options, you could eat at a different venue every night. If you're a fan of Italian food, then Eatery Ristorante Italiano is definitely the place for you. Steak lovers need to head along to the Butcher's Cut, an American-style steakhouse serving select cuts of meat from around the world. If you prefer surf rather than turf, then check out Kayeto's Teppanyaki restaurant and sushi bar. For those of you with a sweet tooth, head along to Jean-Philippe Moret's chocolate bar, where skilled chocolatiers create sweet masterpieces. If you prefer something a little bit more spectacular, then how about a Cirque du Soleil show? In the Carousel Lounge, you'll get just that, where you can be amazed by the acrobats while you enjoy spectacular dining options. With dedicated clubs for babies, juniors and teens, and with partnership with Lego and Chico, it will feel like a home away from home for your little ones. If you love nothing more than spending your time splashing about in the water, then check out the Polar Aqua Park with 3 twist and slides, the Himalayan Bridge, and a host of activities for all ages.
It's pretty impressive. It's Cirque du Soleil on board.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really into entertainment, I mean, Cirque du Soleil, you know how much it would cost to go to that sort of style or that sort of standard show, and they really do.
Well, you've got to fly to Vegas to go see it.
Also, with families, you just recently taken your family away, and I know you're saying how much it costs.
Yeah.
For kids on board, it's Lego, the actual Lego brand. They have fantastic Lego workshops on there for 3 to 11
Is that
year-olds.
it? Look at that.
Yeah, yeah. So you know,
brilliant.
everybody is going to be kept entertained and plenty to do. The ships are absolutely stunning as well, really modern, plenty to see and do, and as I said, all the technologies that's packed into there. One of the things that I always talk about, I was going to say about it tonight, is the yacht club. You have got a so almost like a private members area, you know, like when you go to the airport lounges. If you go for the yacht club, you have a dedicated butler who can book all of your tours, book all everything. And yeah, the actual yacht club area is absolutely stunning. It'd definitely be my area on the ship.
Bear in mind, starting price on this, if you're going, oh, I love a cruise, but I couldn't afford it, under £72 per person per night. Under £72. That is crazy.
And also, it's at the time of the year where you want some winter sun. You know, we're talking about the lead date being the beginning of January, so, you know, perfect to get away and get a little bit of a top up on that tan.
So let's do the itinerary then.
Yeah, cool. Now, the beauty of this is going out to Barcelona. I absolutely love Barcelona. It's your embarkation port, and you're sailing then to Provence. So you're going to Marseille. Now, Marseille itself, if you want to have a little bit of a wander around the harbour, it's absolutely stunning. There's some really great, authentic restaurants. Also, if you want to do something a little bit more highbrow, then you can go and see some of the artwork there. You've also got Avignon. You've got the fantastic Château d'Oeuf, which is where the Count of Monte Cristo was famously held there. So the Palace of the Popes, Ponant Bridge, plenty to see and do there. Then we're off to Genoa. Now, Genoa, again, I'd actually got to say that there's probably one thing you want to do is have a little bit of a relaxing day in Genoa, because we've got a big port coming up next. And I think, look, that is just the perfect thing to have a wander around. Portofino, just absolutely stunning. Then we're into one of our highlights of the cruise, which is Rome. Now, you're actually docking in the port of Civitavecchia. You can get the train, you can get the bus, the tours. I would recommend, when you book your cruise, save the time getting on board. Ask our guys, because we can book tour packages for you. So if you do want to go in to Rome and see all of the sites, then you can do.
And I'm going to, you know, having worked on the cruise ships, Rome is really a great city to get a tour, because there is so much to see.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking, oh, I don't want to do too many tours, that's one day you do, because there is so much to see.
Put it this way, it's like, yeah, you can do it yourself, but why have the stress of organising everything going from one to the other? Let somebody else do that. You know you're going to get back to the ship safely. So definitely, highly recommend booking a tour there. Then we're into Palermo. Now, this is just absolutely beautiful. You've got so much rich history there. You've got the Romans, you've got the Greeks, all the way through the Norman period. There is great architecture, but look at that sea. It is absolutely stunning. And of course, just imagine having a wander down the beach and then going to a restaurant and having some fantastic Sicilian food. I mean, you know, we are talking Godfather country here. It is absolutely beautiful. You know, Mama's ragu sauce. I don't know whether that was Italian or not, but anyway. Then we're off to Malta. We're into Valletta. I always have one thing that I recommend for people in Valletta is just have your breakfast on one of perhaps if there's a restaurant at the aft end of the ship, just have your breakfast, just gazing out over the harbour. It is just stunning. Of course, you can go to St John's Cathedral here, so really good shopping just off the ship as well. They've got a really good port facility, and you can have a little bit of a further walk up into town. It finishes up with a nice relaxing day at sea before you come back into Barcelona, and that ends your 7 nights. Classic destinations, £72 per person. That really is great value. And even if you want to stay in Barcelona, you can add on a 2-night stay from £100 per person. It really is a great deal.
And that's why I'm saying you can make these cruises bespoke to yourself. So call the team. Let me go through what's included. Again, from £499 per person. It's crazy. Add the all-inclusive drinks package from £24 per person per night. Cirque du Soleil on board, as we said a little earlier and saw in the video clip. 2 nights in Barcelona, as Justin just told us, and return flights. Now, transfers aren't included, but again, if you want them added, talk to the team and they can take care of all of that for you. Regional flights are also available, so just talk to the team. Now, the dates available, we've got December, January, February and March. Just call the team. Maybe you want to pick one of those right now. Look, you can already see some sellouts. We've already got some sellouts, so please don't miss out on these deals. Now, the cruise ID for that particular one, it's always worth writing these down if you can. I do like that one. Cruise ID is 139051. 139051. Every cruise we offer you tonight will have a cruise ID. Now, I wonder if you can tell, there's like an autumn offer on P&O.
Yes,
What's this autumn offer with P&O?
I'm telling you now, I spent 6 years with P&O, and this is a great offer. This is for the autumn only, that 3rd and 4th guests sail from as little or as much as £1 per person. I am saying that correctly. If you are sharing a 4-berth cabin, the 3rd and the 4th guests get to sail for just £1. It says
brilliant.
Deposit only there for £1. Well, deposit, that is the price.
Yeah, so you've
there
paid.
You go.
You've paid.
And that is just a great deal.
You can obviously go to the website, and if you want to go to the web, a couple of choices. You can go to Planet Cruise themselves, or if you're, I don't know where that, go to idworld.tv and then put Planet Cruise into our search engine, and it will take you through as well. So it's several ways to do it. But of course, if you go to the Planet Cruise website, you'll be able to see many more cruises than we get to offer you right here on Ideal World. Now, I told you a little earlier that we're going to have the Vice President of Celestyal Cruises with us. He's here right now. Andy, great to see you.
How are you?
Thanks for coming in very well.
Great to be here.
Good to see you again.
Great to be back. You
Yeah.
just got back from Greece, I hear.
Yes, yeah, we'll be talking about that a little bit more later.
This is the cruise ship that you said that you went and visited.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, we'll talk more about it later, but all I have to say is a big thanks to Andy and everybody on board for organising it, because it's great to actually go on board and see the products, and it really is, well, I can see now why it's one of our best-selling cruises for the last 6 months.
Yeah,
I'm
I
glad
heard
you liked
that.
it.
Yeah.
I wasn't making it up then.
No.
So, Andy, tell us a little
Hello.
bit about the cruise line and what sets them apart from other cruise lines.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question, and I mean, there's quite a bit that sets us apart. I mean, cruising is great value anyway, as you know.
Yeah.
It's really growing. It's huge growth out of the UK. I think people are more and more discovering that. But we're very small. And our ships are smaller than regular ships, which has lots of advantages. We can get into smaller ports, but we specialise, we home port, what we call home port in Athens, out of Greece, and we're a Greek specialist. We offer great destination-focused cruises. So clearly, it's a cruise, Athens round trip, 7 nights, overnights in Mykonos, Santorini, excursions available, fully inclusive package. But our real focus is about great service, friendly, very, very, very port focused, and a great Greek cruise experience.
I was lucky enough to cruise in that part of the world for 2 years non-stop.
Really?
One, I love the Greeks. In fact, I've got to share this with you. When they first told me, oh, you're going out to Greece,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'd never been. I was like, oh, Greece and Turkey. And I was so wrong. I absolutely love it. Phenomenal. Santorini, Mykonos. In fact, the itinerary you're going to hear on this cruise is all of my favourites.
Yeah.
So before we talk about the itinerary, let's take a moment to see the cruise line. Maybe you can talk us through it, Andy, so we know what we're looking at.
Well, it's a 7-day cruise, as I mentioned. This is aboard. The one that we're featuring tonight is the Crystal. There you see her, the Celestial Crystal. She leaves from Athens, and it's, as I say, it's just a very, very relaxed cruise experience. It's a true cruise. Being Greek, we specialise in the Greek islands. That gives us huge advantages as well. Sure. For example, a big part of the itinerary, which we'll talk a little bit more about in some detail, I think, in a minute, is these overnights that we have. So that, for example, in Santorini, the sort of beautiful, you know, white and blue buildings, we overnight there, gives you a great chance to explore. Very, very leisurely. You come and go from the ship as you please. We overnight in Mykonos, which is, again, just a wonderful, wonderful place.
Well, I think definitely on that point, there's very few, if any, cruise lines that are allowed to do that,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
they haven't got, we shouldn't say the contacts, but because you are a Greek specialist, you are allowed to be in Santorini.
Yeah, and to be authentic. I mean, we use the word authentic quite a bit at Celestyal to describe our offering. And I think if you want authenticity, then it helps to be a specialist and, as you say, have those contacts and just know that part of the world very well.
And you've made it all-inclusive as well, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I personally think that's all the way to go, really. I mean, you pay your price, you know what you're getting. All-inclusive for us is, you know, a comprehensive drinks package, a good drinks package as well, premium brands.
All right.
Yeah, so, you know...
not just house wine and house beers.
No, I mean, house wine's included and the house beers are included, but I mean, branded drinks that you'd expect.
Or two.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. That's a great Greek beer, actually.
Yeah.
But no gratuities to pay, that's included, no hidden port and handling charges.
Great.
And on this particular itinerary we offer 3 excursions as well.
Brilliant.
And all the food and the hospitality that the Greeks are famous for, as you can imagine, which gives that theme to the cruise, as you would expect.
Well, we'll talk about the free cruises, not free cruises, but free shore excursions as we make our way through the itinerary. Shall we start then, Justin?
Yeah, I just want to footnote that you can either add a hotel stay pre or post cruise.
Right.
So you can either stay in Athens before or you can stay there afterwards. But Mykonos, first place. I haven't actually been here, but my other half's been here. She said it was absolutely lovely. Just in the afternoon, look at the beautiful colour of the water. Walk past the windmills. There's been lots of films that have been set here. And she said the sort of vibe at sunset, it's got that sort of Ibiza feel without it being sort of young, clubby people.
Correct.
It's just very chilled, very grown up, and just beautiful. Absolutely lovely.
And head for a little Venice, especially if you've got an
absolutely.
overnight and have dinner there.
And if I could add, we're alongside, which to those of you who don't know what it means, we're actually tied up along in the port, so you can come and go from
That's
the ship
how we
as
used
you
to be.
please.
We used to be
Exactly.
out in the middle of the ocean and you had to come ashore by
Well,
a
because
little
of the
boat.
size of the ship, it allows us to do that.
Brilliant. That's brilliant.
Then we're into a lovely little tonic. If you want to do a little bit of history, we're off to Milos. Now, Milos is actually the home to the centrepiece of the Louvre in Paris. It's got 70 beaches, so you've got plenty to see and choose from. And it really is, again, that beautiful postcard that you imagine of the beaches and the whitewashed buildings. Then we're to Santorini. This has to be the highlight, of course. Santorini, built on the bowl of a dormant volcanic area, thought to be where Atlantis was. I know they've found many artifacts, but this is where you want to be. You get in during the day, and then you're going to have all afternoon, the sunset, the evening, all the way through the next day, and then sailing in the afternoon. So you've got a fantastic full day, and it's all about the sunset in Santorini.
Sure is.
And I'm really going to recommend this.
Red wine or
gin and tonic.
I always used to recommend this on P&O if you're friendly with the staff. I mean, professionally friendly, they'll give you the best recommendations, and definitely the staff on board the Olympia, they were saying, oh, go here, go there. They'll tell you where to go in Santorini for the best sunset view.
And of course you've got free tour there as well.
Yes, free tour in there. Talking of which, we've got another free tour in Heraklion as well, which is a big historical site in Crete. And then our next port of call, this really is where, being a Greek specialist, you know that they know their things. Ephesus, Kousadasi. When they go into here, you are disembarking and you are getting to the historical sites. Bear in mind, this tour is included.
Yeah, oh, here it is.
It's
now,
included. And you get there before it gets too hot, before it gets too crowded, because the ships are smaller. They're not having to tender back and forth.
So this is an ancient city that's probably about 6 miles from Kousadasi. And you don't want to miss out on this. And this is your free tour. That's phenomenal.
It's quite spectacular. It's quite
phenomenal.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
It's included.
And then you're back into Athens. And just remember, you can stay in Athens before or after. Just speak to your operator when you call.
Now, also bear in mind that you'll get an exclusive offer here: €50 of onboard spend per person. So please don't miss out on that. And every time, if you decide to buy this, everyone that buys this, everyone that goes on this particular cruise, will get entered into a free prize draw. And you could be winning a Greek hamper.
A Greek hamper, all sorts of goodies, just
How
to
great is that?
get you in the mood and get you in the zone.
Authentic olive oil and feta cheese and ouzo.
And of course, if you buy tonight, if you call the team now and buy tonight, you'll get £50 taken off as well.
Yeah.
Because it's all part of the sale. That sale ends tomorrow night at midnight. Gorgeous. I love that. I love that ship. I love the size of the ship. It's great.
Well, it was great. I was actually on holiday. This was not planned. I was in holiday in Rhodes. Saw one of the ships I was in. I messaged Andy. And I said, look, is there any chance I could have a look around? Not expecting a full invite with a whole family, so we saw the entertainment lounges, we saw the bars, we had a fantastic meal in the restaurant, all really authentic dishes. The chap on the left-hand side, that's actually my father-in-law, and he used to be in the catering corps looking after the officers' mess. And so he knows his stuff when it comes to food. And he was like, this food is absolutely fun. I don't know who the chap is in the middle. I'm only joking. That's the uncle-in-law on the other side of the family. But we all had a fantastic time. And I really want to say a big thanks to Andy and Zlata and Roy, who showed us around.
It's our pleasure.
Roy actually showed us up on the bridge as well. So if you do go on board, it's one of the very, very, very few cruise lines that do organised tours.
Organised tours to the bridge, we do.
Let me go through why this is one to consider. First of all inclusive, as we said, and that does include the tips. Exclusive, because you've got the free €50 per person on board spend. Free shore excursions in 3 of the ports, Heraklion, Kousadasi and Santorini. Return flights from London. Transfers aren't included, but again, if you talk to the team, they can organise all of that for you. And you can add on, as Justin told us, your hotel stay in Athens. Really worth talking to the team so they can make it work for you. Now you can see plenty of dates available on this: April, May, June, July, August, September and October. Phenomenal opportunity. Now Andy, one more question before you go. I know you said that there's all-inclusive and this great drinks package.
Yes.
What sort of things are included on that? Because that'll be something that people will eat.
Oh yeah, no, that's, I mean, it's a great question and it's a fair question. I mean, we say selected spirits and cocktails, but it's, I mean, it's if you know, it's Gordon's and Bombay Sapphire gin, for example. If you're gin, great house beer, draft beer, local beer, good pouring wine. If you're a bourbon man, it's Jim Beam. So it's real stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Clearly, you can upgrade if you want to drink champagne all day. You pay for that, but I mean, you really don't need to. This is a great package, and it just adds to the value for money.
And let's go through the excursions for you as well. Again, Santorini, Crete and Cruciatus, you get the tours included. So on Santorini, he'll take you to the far end of the island, which is Oia, and you get to see that the caldera is basically looking at from the top of the volcano down into the middle, and it's beautiful, and you'll sail into it. It's phenomenal. Crete, you get to the Minoan Palace. Look that up if you want to. Knossos, it is phenomenal. You will not be disappointed. I'd highly recommend that to you as a cruise rex from the old days. And Cruciatus, again, we're talking about 6 miles away, ancient Ephesus, and you'll get there and you'll beat the crowd. So please don't miss out. This is a cruise to take. Hands on heart. This is the cruise to get your hands on. Please don't miss out on this. So you can win the goodie bag, or Greek camper I prefer to call it. Come on, you've got some booze in there, there's all sorts of goodies. So please don't miss out. Just book that cruise tonight after the show. The team are waiting for your call right now. There's your phone number at the bottom, 0808 250 2662, planetcruise.com. And your cruise ID number, write this down, 162941. 162941. Andy, stay there for now, but I'm going to say goodbye to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us again. Always a pleasure.
Great to see you.
Thank
Look
you.
forward to cruising with you myself.
Us.
Now we're going to move on to Norwegian cruises. Very, very famous, phenomenal ships, beautiful. And again, I often like to say there is no bad cruise line. There is no bad cruise line. You just got to decide what it is that you enjoy and find the cruise line that works best for you. But there really isn't a bad cruise line. Now this is a 17-night cruise going to the Far East. So very different to what we've seen so far. So first of all, you're going to be going out to Hong Kong, which in itself, a four-star hotel, and you get to stay there for a couple of nights. So let's take a moment right now to see Hong Kong.
Oh, just absolutely stunning, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. The history, the spiritualism. I mean, there's all the different districts as well. Kowloon Peninsula. You've got the mainland. You've got Hong Kong Island as well. Of course, go up to Victoria Peak on the funicular, and of course, in the evenings they have brilliant light shows. So if you do like going up the funicular, really just take the opportunity to see that wonderful view. Go on one of the old junker boats as well. You can just imagine the silk cushions, just enjoying a green tea. It would just be amazing, and that is a 2-night stay to just get you in the mood for your cruise. Yeah, it's great. You've got to do that. Add it on, add it on, add it on. But then, of course, we go to the ships themselves. And I've got to admit, this is the first cruise line that I saw where they started adding all the colour. Of course, it's become popular now. Yeah, it really has. And I think that really gives you an idea of the flavour and the feel on board, because it is very, very relaxed, and it's the type of thing that you'll get to meet people and, you know, have a laugh, have a good time. All right, let's have a look at the cruise line itself.
If your idea of a cruise is dim lighting, string quartets, tuxedos and ballroom dancing, then prepare to be challenged, because this cruise line is so laid back, it's almost horizontal.
Welcome to the most fun and relaxed cruise experience you're ever likely to encounter, where the entertainment never stops and the excitement just keeps on building. Welcome to freestyle cruising. Welcome to Norwegian Cruise Line. There's more restaurants than days of the week, and you can enjoy food from all over the world and dine and dress as you please. From trendy French bistros to steakhouses and sushi bars, Norwegian Cruise Line offers tons of choice. If you're a vegan, vegetarian, high carb, low carb, or gluten-free, it's all covered.
Remember, this is freestyle cruising, so whatever your mood and whatever the occasion, there'll be a bar that fits the bill. With sports bars and whiskey bars, martini bars and champagne bars, alfresco bars and wine bars, bars with music and bars with sport, even ice bars. One thing's for sure, you definitely won't go thirsty.
Imagine playing Nintendo Wii on a 2-story high screen, or challenging a friend on the all-new Aqua Racer. Visualise eating world-class cuisine while acrobats tumble down on silks around your table. or simply enjoying a beer as comedians make you smile at dedicated comedy clubs. Picture yourself singing along as dueling pianos compete, or settling into your own seat for one of the Tony Award-winning shows. Whether you're a single cruiser, holidaying with all the family, or planning a group cruise, you'll find something perfect for you.
Norwegian Cruise Line offers one of the widest selections of accommodation in the industry. There are exclusive suites where you have your own private sun deck, along with brilliant interjoining family staterooms that are cleverly located near all the kids' facilities, and balcony staterooms where you wake up to a different view every morning. But it's in the studio staterooms where Norwegian are head and shoulders above the competition.
Great looking ship, phenomenal itinerary, and of course deposit only. That's what you've got to put down is a deposit on this one.
Yeah, but once you actually get on board the ship, the destinations that you're actually going to be seeing is just absolutely stunning. First of all, we're off to Vietnam.
Wow.
Now this really is a real clash of cultures that you're going to get here. It is just the city of the motorbike and all the bicycles around. It really is fantastic. You're going to see a lot of just amazing vistas. Actually, going into the city itself, I mean, it was actually heavily bombed through the Vietnam War, but what you've got there is you've got these beautiful French colonial buildings, you've got 1,000-year-old temples that go there. There is so much to see and do. Then we're off to Hue. Now, Hue is where you go to see the Imperial Citadel, and this was really the last ruling family of Vietnam between 1802 and 1945.
Yeah.
If you want to do something a little bit more spiritualistic, then you can go to the pagoda there, which is the official symbol of Hue. And also there's a traditional hat village. There's actually a village on stilts, and you know the sort of artisan conical hats that everybody wears out there. You can actually get one of those to bring back, and you can see how they make them as well. So fantastic for those of you into your crafts as well. Then we've got a lovely relaxing day at sea, and then we're into Nha Trang. Now, this is the beach capital of Vietnam. This has just got some of the best stretches of beach, really well equipped for facilities as well. Great five-star restaurants. I mean, you're not going to be left wanting anything once you go into Nha Trang. Then we're in to Phu My, which is for Ho Chi Minh City. Now, again, this is very much a place where it's just bicycles everywhere. So you've got brilliant trips to go here. I mean, once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. In the actual city itself, you've got the Notre Dame Cathedral there. You've got the Sea Goddess Shrine as well, which is absolutely beautiful. Do look up the Sea Goddess Shrine as a tour. I highly recommend that one. Relaxing day at sea to recover, and then to Sihanoukville. Now, you've got the beach that you can go and do, again, just chill out, relax, but you can go to Wat Krom and Wat Lui. Now, this is two of the temples here, and it just overlooks the mountains. They look absolutely stunning. But it's the highlight. You can't go to this part of the world without going to Bangkok, Oriental City. And Bangkok, well, you're going to have overnight on board, so you can go out, experience the nightlife, go and slurp up some of those fantastic hot and spicy noodles down at the market. One thing I definitely want to do is go to Jim Thompson's house. If you know Jim Thompson, then it's just one of these amazing residences that's almost been captured in time. And it's one of the biggest teak houses.
You're going to use the ship like it's a hotel. It pulls up against the pier and you get on and off as much as
on and off
want.
all the way through the evening. You can get back on board, and then the next day you can go out and do some of the tours which are a little bit further afield. Koh Samui. If you haven't heard of Koh Samui, this is Koh Samui. It is spiritual, it is tranquil, it is gorgeous. It's so ethereal. It's just white sand beaches. That was a big word, wasn't it? Just white sand beaches, that lovely blue crystalline water, and then you've got another relaxing day at sea. I love the itinerary where you've just got that balance of big port, nice day at sea, but we're finishing off Singapore.
One of my favourites.
I absolutely love Singapore.
Me too.
Do you know, on the cruise ships, I only ever went into Sentosa Island. It's only recently that I've been into the city, and now that I've been into the city, I absolutely love the city.
Yeah, come on, it's amazing.
Just, go to Raffles, go and have a Singapore sling, go to the rooftop bar in the Mandarin Oriental. You've just got to enjoy it. I mean, Marina Bay as well. It was actually based on a cruise ship.
And of course, you can also add 2 nights in Singapore for £99. You're hearing that right, £99 per person. That's £50 a night. That is phenomenal. Again, just call the team. Write the phone number down now, 0808 250 2662, or go to planetcruise.com. But talk to the team now. Get these whilst you can. Now, there's also the premium. Oh, there you go. We're saving you £50 if you go for that tonight. This does end tomorrow. The sail ends tomorrow, so do call the team tonight to take full advantage of that. But we've also got the premium all-inclusive drinks package for you. So we don't need to miss out on that. And this is all-inclusive. So you're going to put a deposit down only. You can add 2 nights in Hong Kong. You can add 2 nights in Singapore if you want to. But take advantage of it. And by the way, if you go Ocean View or higher, then you also get unlimited Wi-Fi too. So let's go through this premium all-inclusive drinks package. And not only will you get a great ship, you'll be able to pick up a drink any time you want. And we're talking, you know, premium drinks here, so it's a great opportunity to have a glass of wine when you want. You know, you're on holiday, the spirit takes you. You just want to be able to relax and not think about anything.
The lounges are absolutely stunning on board as well. I mean, you've got the Spinnaker Lounge, Sky High, Star Bar, Fizz Bar. There's plenty of restaurants, sushis, teppanyaki. You've got Magnum Champagne Bar. You've also got the Malton's Beer and Whiskey Bar, which is actually based and inspired by the Mandarin Oriental in London. So there is just something for everybody. There's even, in the nightclub, there's 3 private karaoke rooms. So if you fancy belting a couple of numbers out, you can.
Now, the cruise ID for this one is 191986. 191986. So included, again, you've got the opportunity to enjoy 2 nights stay. Well, you get the 2 nights in Hong Kong at the start. You can add on 2 nights in Singapore if you wish. £99 per person, that's 50 quid a night each. So brilliant value for money. 13 nights cruising on board the Norwegian Jewel. It's premium, all-inclusive. That's your drinks, your tips, your services, so you don't have to worry about anything. I love that idea. Unlimited Wi-Fi, as we said, if you go Ocean View or above, and of course, an extra £50 off per person if you book that tonight. Go do it tonight. Return flights are included. You've got your overseas transfers, and regional flights are available for a supplement. So again, call the team and tell them what you would like. We've got another last minute deal. Well, this is another offer that we've got. This is Royal Caribbean. Is this the one? This is. Am I looking at that rightly? Just the deposit?
Yeah. There is a deposit of just £40, and that's for a family of 4.
Wow.
Bear in mind, this is a 7-night cruise around Hamburg, Oslo, and Bruges. We've got prices on lots of different cabins. Just give us a call. As little as £1 per person deposit on that one. So get in before you miss out on the cabin that you want.
If you're thinking, I wouldn't mind that, come on, that's crazy low prices, and only £1 each deposit. Your ID number is 173200. 173200. So let's continue our journey. Now we're going to, is it fair to say these are a French cruise line?
Yeah, this is brand new. So you have never seen this on TV before.
How do we pronounce this one?
Ponant.
Ponant.
Yeah,
right.
so, and the first thing to do, they are very, very much a French cruise line. And when you see some of the brands and some of the chefs that they're associated with, you'll get that. But I have to point out that this is an English-speaking cruise only. So this is around the British Isles, and all I'm going to say is...
we start in London, don't we?
We're going to start in London, but if you love horticulture, if you're green-fingered, then you are going to love some of the great gardens that we're going to, because you get a chance to actually stay in the Royal Horse Guards Hotel in London and get a chance to go to Kew Gardens. So, you know, if you really do love going out and spending a day, why not do a whole cruise? And all of the ports, near enough all of the ports, you're going to world-renowned gardens. So absolutely fantastic. Once you've had your 1-night stay and you've been into Kew Garden, then you're transferring on board, and our first port of call is Ostend. I mean, this is really modern, up-to-date. The actual ships themselves, they're a lot smaller. Again, they are medium-sized cruise line. They've actually won awards for best small cruise line in their field itself. And the actual Le Boreal is just a stunning.
That's the name of the ship, is it?
Yeah, this is Le Boreal. I'm putting the French. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, because it is just absolutely stunning.
Now, also, let me make it clear to you, this is deposit only. You're going to get an onboard credit of €400 as well. And there's also, and that is per person, there's also a free chauffeur service for up to 100 miles will be completely free. So, you know, if you're 100 miles from that, they'll take you. And it's all-inclusive drinks. You've also got, again, if you book tonight, you've got the £50 additional savings, and you can get regional flights as well if you would like, Manchester, Glasgow, Edinburgh. So really consider this one. This is a great, great opportunity for you.
It's got a Veuve Clicquot bar here. It's associated with Alain Ducasse
Queen Mary too,
as well.
It's incredible, isn't it?
So it really is. You know, if you love your French cuisine, French food, then it's going to be brilliant. But it really is all about those gardens.
Should we get, let's do the itinerary.
Yeah. So first of all, the first port of call is in Ostend. You're going to get a chance to go to Oosterkerke, which is some absolutely stunning gardens. There's actually two type of gardens. There's a very famous architect by the name of Mein Russ, who designed this, but then you get into Königspark as well, which is a Japanese garden. Then we're into Antwerp, and you go into an arboretum here, and this actually started back in 1856, and there's 4,000 species of plant here, so it really is absolutely beautiful. We're going to Hemmelrick Gardens here as well, and this is a botanical garden on the old estate of Hemmelrick. Then a relaxing day at sea, and wait for it, we're going to Newcastle. Yeah,
Ooh.
Newcastle upon Tyne, and you're
they've
going to
got
get
gardens.
chance.
They've got gardens.
But they've also got the fantastic Baltic flour mill that if you love, you do get chance as well. There's an optional tour that you can go and see the Angel of the North, St Nicholas Cathedral, the Baltic flour mill, and Hadrian's Wall as well. So definitely look in that. And also you can see the gardens of the Duchess of Northumberland as well. So you'll get a chance to see that. Then we're off to Bonnie, Scotland, and we're off to Rosyth. Brilliant. So you can go get a chance to see the Forth Bridge. I'm not too about the third or the fifth. But it is. It was actually voted as a symbol of Scotland. It was voted Scotland's greatest man-made wonder in 2016. There you go. But you actually go and chance to see the Queen's official residence in Scotland, the Palace of Holyrood, and the actual gardens there. So that'll absolutely be stunning. Relaxing day at sea, and then we're into Stavanger. Yeah. We're going over to Norway, and this is beautiful. You get to see the cobbled streets, 170 wooden houses, and you go to the tropical garden. This is actually the most northerly plantation of tropical palm trees in the world.
Wow.
Bamboo, banana trees, the full what. There's over 15,000 summer flowers which are planted here each season and are just set against the backdrop of the fjords. It's absolutely beautiful. I can't emphasise this enough. This is, if you're green-fingered, if you're always going to the garden, like Kew Gardens or all of the garden shows, you have got to go and look at the ships. Maximum of 246 passengers.
You got me here.
246 passengers. And as I said, Alain Ducasse, association with training all of the chefs, Veuve Clicquot bar on board.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Wow. Well, I'm a keen gardener. If you're a regular viewer, you'll know I'm a very keen gardener. This sounds like a great, great cruise. You don't want to miss out on it. And when you see the ship itself, it's just phenomenal. Now, I'm being told we need to hurry this one because we've got a last minute cruise coming in, and we're going to be talking to the office in just a moment. So let me whiz through this one. Garden-themed cruise, as Justin just told us. You've got the excursions to Kew Gardens, the Royal Botanical Gardens in Edinburgh as well. Then you've got the one-night stay at the Royal Horse Guards Hotel in London. All-inclusive drinks on board, free UK chauffeur service. Again, that's for the first 100 miles.
Up to 100 miles, but that in itself, you don't have to worry then about getting to the port on time or having to book taxis or anything like that. And look at that, £400 per person.
€400.
Sorry, euros, yes.
Per person on board spend. In-flight or inbound flights to London, plus all your overseas transfers. So it's a winning deal. Now don't forget, if you do book this tonight or at least by tomorrow morning, then you're also going to get the additional £50 off.
Yes.
Because the sale is on until midnight tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, yeah.
Midnight tomorrow. Please don't miss out. Now we're going to be doing a last minute deal for you in a moment. I'm being told we can't get a hold of the office yet. Are we ready? No, we're not quite ready. So we have got a last minute deal coming in for you. So hang on.
Let's be busy in the office.
But let's move on to the Zenith. The Zenith.
Zenith, yeah. With the Pullmantur. Now this is under £90 per person tonight per night. And the great thing about this is going to the Canary, so you've got fantastic weather.
Great. And especially, this is around the corner, isn't it? We're talking November, December, January, so winter sunshine. Let's take a moment to see what the cruise ships are like. We'll have a look at the lines. Maybe we can talk through it and see exactly what we get for our money. Great opportunity for you. So, Pullmantur.
Yeah, Pullmantur, I mean, the actual ships themselves, 47,000 tonnes. You look at a maximum of 1,800 passengers, and you have just got that quality of a small ship, and it's just done so, so well. Great venues like the Plaza Cafe, Harry's Bar, the Caravella restaurant as well, and the Rainbow nightclub. And this is actually, as soon as you see it, for those of you that know the cruise industry, this is actually an ex-celebrity ship. Right. So straight away, the layout is just going to be absolutely beautiful. I mean, the food on board is, you know, when you look at the price that you're paying for the value, is exceptional. And going to the Canaries, having a great time with families, it's just going to be amazing, really amazing.
Yeah, and if you've not been to that part of the world, you're really going to enjoy it. Madeira, beautiful. Well, you'll see the ports of call in just a moment, but these islands are all very, very different. That's the beauty of it. So you've got a taste of what the cruise line is like themselves. So we're leaving Tenerife and we end up back in Tenerife, correct?
Yeah. First port of call is actually Santa Cruz de la Palma, and this is actually known as the Isla Bonita Verde, which is the beautiful green island. There's a great glass-blowing demonstration in the town, which is a popular trinket to bring back, and plenty to see and do. But it's when you get some of the bigger islands, which are a little bit more commercialised, this has still got this very, very small community feel. So you've really got a lovely port to explore. Then we're into Madeira, one of my favourite ports, definitely. I mean, you've got to go to the flower market, see the birds of paradise flowers, go and get some Madeira cake, Madeira wine, perhaps go to Blandy's, which is one of the most famous producers. Perhaps go up the hill and come down in the wicker basket, which is a popular one, and there's also the tethered balloon as well. But Madeira is just great. We were talking about gardens with a previous cruise, so yeah, go to see the botanical gardens in Madeira, and plenty of hotels that if you do want to go and have a day lounging around the pool or on the beach, then there you can find them, definitely. Then you've got a relaxing day at sea before we're into Agadir. Now this has got a completely different feel. You definitely got to go to the Casbah. Go to the Casbah, see the fortresses were built, that was effectively the port was built around, and go to the souk. You've got to have a little bit of a barter here, but very much enjoy your day, get down to the beach, and just... I always love cruising because you get a chance to go and see ports that you perhaps wouldn't go for a full week or two, and then afterwards you go, oh, should we go there for a week? You'll probably end up going on another cruise, but there you go. Then we're into Lanzarote. Now, Lanzarote, the landscape is just unbelievable. You've got the traditional Canarian towns, but then you head out a little bit further and it looks as if you're on the face of another planet. Definitely go to Timofea National Park. You've got the Mantanas del Fuego, you've got the Seas Manrique, sunken lake, which is absolutely beautiful there, so plenty to see and do. Then we're off to Gran Canaria. Now, I mean, Gran Canaria, it's just golden dunes. It's just amazing weather. You've got the Bandama crater that if you want to go a little bit further afield, then you can go to a volcanic crater. It's still 3,000 feet high. It's one of the only volcanic craters that is actually inhabited, so great to go and see that. There's some good restaurants and tapas bars in town as well, so if you want to stay a little bit closer to the ship, then you can. And then we're off to Tenerife, and that is your disembarkation port. But look at that, a classic itinerary and an absolutely stunning price.
Now, bear in mind a few things. This is deposit only. You've got the all-inclusive deal, so your tips are included. Drinks is phenomenal value for money, and as Justin said, it's under £90 per person per night. So great opportunity for you. Now, in addition to all the dates, we've got November, December, January, February and March available. You can also add on Tenerife for a week. So if you'd like an additional week in Tenerife, and that could be before or after the cruise, £379 per person. Now that's based on the 2nd of December. Call the team, talk to them. Again, write that phone number down, because a little later in the evening, that's going to be a different phone number. You're going to be talking to Ideal World. This phone number is for Planet Cruise. So write that phone number down. The cruise ID on this one is 158246. So all inclusive, including your tips. And let's go through the dates available to you. There you go. Look, November, just around the corner. I mean, it's November, what, in 2 days? Tomorrow's the last day of October. So just around the corner. We've already got a sell out there. Look, Junior Suite already sold out. December, January, February, March. If you're looking for some winter sunshine, that is a great way to go. Now, I'm being told we've got the last minute deal lined up. The last minute deal. Is it Glenn? Is it Glenn we're going to get talked to? Is it Glenn? Glenn, can you hear us?
How are you? Yeah, I can hear you. How are you? You all right?
Yeah, good. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Doing a proper job today, actually, in the office.
Is it busy? Is it busy?
It is, yeah. It's already getting really, really busy at the moment. But we've just had this deal come in from Marella on the Marella celebration. It's going out on the 7th of December, and it's one of their repositioning cruises. So it's an escape to the Caribbean from Malaga on the 7th of December. Really, really limited availability on this, and we've only got flights. We've got 60 seats from Manchester and 16 seats from Birmingham. Nothing from Gatwick at all, unfortunately. Wow. But there's 13 nights. It's $799 per person, and it's based on an outside cabin. That's less than £62 per person. Tips and service charges are included. All your transfers. And then you could also, if you wanted to, and you fancy a drink, me and Sean will be booking this one, upgrade to all-inclusive for £28.50 per person per night. But really, really limited availability on that at the moment.
I think you're going to make a lot of people happy. I'm glad we got through to you on this one. Listen, do you have a cruise ID number so that people know what to ask for?
I have, yeah. So the cruise ID is 160421. And just to reiterate again, it's the 7th of December 2018. A couple of months' time. It's going on the Marella celebrations, 13 nights at Malaga, all the way over to the Caribbean, so you get to see a little bit of winter sun. And again, the ports of call in the Caribbean: Antigua, St Kitts, St Vincent, St Lucia, and then flying home from Barbados. But brilliant, brilliant value. But just flights from Manchester and Birmingham on that one at the moment.
£62 per person per night.
I was going to say, that is definitely right. That's £62 per person per night.
Not bad, is it? Not bad. And
not bad. It's phenomenal. You can pay more than that for a hotel, and of course you've got the all-inclusive. It's phenomenal. Your flights are included.
You can add that all-inclusive on for just less than £30 per person per day. It's really, really good value.
Your food's included, your booze is included. It's just, it's incredible, isn't it? Your entertainment.
Some of the best entertainment at sea, and as I say, your tips and service charges are included in that as well. So already the phones are going now, I can hear them. But I better get back to doing it, guys. But as I said, it's going to be a good one, that one.
Okay, I'm glad we got through to you. Thank you, Glenn. Take care, buddy.
Have a good show.
If you're thinking, I might go for that, call them now. The phone number's right there at the bottom of the screen, 0808 250 2662. One of those areas that you're flying from, I think it says 16 seats available left. Yeah. So it's first come, first served. Call the team now. You might even get to talk to Glenn. So you'll recognise him because he often does the show. So please go get that now. Don't mess about because you could miss out on it. And if you've been thinking, I wouldn't mind a little holiday this year, there's a last-minute chance. Now, we've still got one more to squeeze in.
Yeah.
Cruise and Maritime, £1 deposit on board the Columbus.
Yeah, and this is for next year, and that's the beauty that you can put that £1 deposit down now and secure a great deal for next year. And this, if you've never been to the Baltic and St Petersburg, then this is definitely one to do.
Well, you just heard us talking to Glenn. You're about to see Glenn now. He's on the cruise ship that we sent him on, so he can tell you all about it. Watch this.
The CMV Columbus is the newest and biggest of the CMV cruise lines. As an adult-only cruise ship, the Columbus offers a more mature and sophisticated onboard experience. The British-based ship prides itself on spacious and comfortable surroundings.
The adult-only CMV Columbus is very spacious and holds up to 1,400 guests with 775 cabins. The majority are ocean views. All cabins feature private ensuite as well as shower, ample hanging and storage space, flat-screen televisions, hairdryers, fridge, and that all-important safe.
Now, if you like a taste of home, you can get exactly that here at the Waterfront Restaurant. You can opt for a full English breakfast, savour a leisurely lunch, and enjoy a delightful 5-course dinner. Now, if you don't fancy a 5-course dinner, then you can also opt to dine at the fusion or grill speciality restaurants, or sample the delights of the sumptuous dinner at the chef's table, one I would definitely recommend.
Now, don't worry about all this talk of tea, alcohol and food. There is a fully equipped gym that can help work off those extra pounds. Or, if you feel like being pampered, you can also book yourself in for a range of beauty treatments, or even relax with a blissful massage to take your cares away.
Now, why not check out Columbus's fascinating guest speakers? You can learn more about fascinating subjects from someone who is passionate about their interests and will want to share their knowledge and enthusiasm with you.
CMV Columbus is the perfect place for you to be entertained, as it has 6 entertainment venues. From a nightclub to a 2-tiered Palladium show lounge, there are plenty of ways to enjoy a lively and entertaining evening on board this magnificent ship. There are speciality acts and guest entertainers that complement the on-board show team, which will guarantee you evenings to go with a swing. If you're feeling in the swing of things, the 2-decked tiered Palladium show lounge even features a retractable stage, creating ample space for those glamorous ballroom dancing, so get those toes moving.
So you see, it looks like a fun
There you go.
cruise.
Yeah.
Now, let's do the itinerary, because there's quite a few ports in here.
Yeah, the great thing is, like as I said, the Baltics is just beautiful. If you've never been before, off to Amsterdam, the first port of call. So much to see, whether it's Van Gogh, whether it's Rembrandt. Perhaps if you go into one of the flower markets, or if you just want to have a cycle around the city and maybe pop into Anne Frank's house, there is so much to see and do. Got a relaxing day at sea, and then we're into Copenhagen. Now, Copenhagen for me, you've got to get off the ship, have a little wander around, and try and spot the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
And you know, she is tiny. She's a lot smaller than that in real life. She's a lot smaller than that. And of course, the Hans Christian Andersen novel. It's brilliant. But you've got to go to Tivoli. Got to go to Tivoli Gardens.
Yeah.
This is like one of the most famous and oldest amusement parks, I suppose. Great gardens, but there's a roller coaster there. There's the old Chinese ship in the middle of the lake. The Moorish Palace, the Chinese Pagoda. It really is brilliant. I absolutely had a cracking day there. Also, just around the harbour, you've got all the traditional boats, some good restaurants as well, so you can go and see and do that. Then we're off to Germany. We're off to Warnemünde, which is the port of call for Berlin. So if you do want to go in to Berlin, then you can do. Go to see the Berlin Wall. You can get your passport stamped by an American GI at Checkpoint Charlie, and there's plenty to see and do. Personally, I'd actually stay locally. If you haven't done Berlin before, great. But for those of you that have, Warnemünde is a great summer resort for the Germans. There's these lovely little wicker changing rooms, you know, like back in the 20s when they used to get into full swimming gear. There's these lovely little wicker changing rooms, and they go swimming every day, even Christmas Day.
Wow.
Must be Baltic up there.
Oof.
Do you see? Anyway.
Oof.
Then a relaxing day at sea, and then we're off to Estonia. We're into Tallinn. Now, Tallinn, the old town is absolutely beautiful. As you're walking into the old town, there's one of the best flower markets I've ever experienced. And in fact, some of the palaces as well are absolutely stunning. Go into the town centre, and you can walk all the way up to the top where the cathedral is. At the town centre, you've got the town hall there, and all of the bars and restaurants there are really good for people watching, really good. And there's some great antique shops here as well. You might be able to pick up a few bits and pieces there.
But then we get to St. Petersburg, and it's an overnight, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the highlight. St. Petersburg is stunning. Got to go to the ballet in the evening. During the day, you can go out, see some of the markets. And again, the markets, I mean, you can get all of the old sort of Russian submarine hats, the big fluffy hats. Yeah. Go to the Church of Spilt Blood. You can go to the Hermitage as well. I mean, you're never going to do that in a day, but yeah, the Hermitage, it's definitely worth going to see some of the artwork there. Then we're off to Helsinki. Definitely, if you've never been to Finland before, I'll teach you the most important word, kippis. Kippis, which means cheers. And also the Finnish, they always talk about sisu, which is the internal power. Anyway, this is the daughter of the Baltic, beautiful buildings, great shopping here. I'm going to say now that, you know, if you are a bit of a shopaholic, leave the credit card at home, because you will get tempted to buy some lovely glassware here. Just remember that. Then we're off to Stockholm. This is easily one of the best sailings and sail-outs, because it's absolutely stunning. This is Nynäshamn, the small rocky harbour. Beautiful houses, lovely museums as well, and the world's first permanent ice bar as well, which is kept crisp at a -23 all year round.
A bit like the one in London.
Yeah, but this is the most...
Like the original.
The original.
Yeah.
Lovely relaxing day at sea, and then we're off to Denmark, just to tick off every imaginable place up there.
Yeah.
And this is Aarhus. It's actually a very small port itself, but again, lots of artwork. There's a very young, vibrant feel to the actual city itself. But that finishes up your ports. One relaxing day at sea, and then you're back into the UK.
Great. So Tilbury to Tilbury, it's a great thing. You can take as much luggage as you like, dress up as much as you want to, or chill out as much as you want to. So an exclusive here with Planet Cruise. Again, another reason to buy from Planet Cruise is the deposit from just £1 per person. Overnight on board in St. Petersburg, you get on and off as much as you want. You use the ship like it's a hotel. Single special. From £1,889, that's based on the 28th of July, but you can talk to the team about other dates too. Save an extra £50 per person if you book tonight. Call the team tonight, because the sale ends tomorrow at midnight, so call the team now. Write down that phone number. It's only going to be on the screen for another 5-6 minutes. And then itineraries are all different slightly. Sometimes what it means is the ports are in a different order, just dependent on your departure date. It's as simple as that. It works out under £86 per person per night, and you can see you've got May, June, July and September of next year. So lots and lots of opportunities. Brilliant opportunity here. Now, we've got a few minutes, so if you're up for it, Can we do a little recap?
Yeah,
we've got to whiz through.
There's a lot to go through.
Okay, we're going to try. If you just joined us, you missed out on the first 3. Let's try and catch you up right now. Go ahead, Justin.
So first of all, it's one of the latest ships from MSC. It's the Meraviglia, and this particular deal, well, 7 nights, and just look at that price. You can actually stay in Barcelona as well before or after the cruise for as little as £100 per person. And, of course, don't forget, great entertainment on board with the world-famous Cirque du Soleil shows as well. ID number on that one is 139051.
And you can get all-inclusive drinks as well if you want for £24 per person per night. Don't miss out on that. Now, the next one was the cruise ship that Justin was lucky enough to visit recently, the Celestyal Crystal. We had Andy, the VP, the Vice President of the company. Deposit only, all-inclusive with tips and exclusive discounts included. Free €50 per person on board spend on selected sailings. Free shore excursions in Heraklion, that's Crete, Kushadasi, that's Turkey, and Santorini, that's the one that we told you is a little bit like the lost city of Atlantis. Then return flights from London, transfers not included, but we can add them if you would like us to. And you can also add on before or after a few nights in Athens. I'm going to personally recommend that one to you. I absolutely love those ports of call. Santorini, Mykonos, just a dream come true, that cruise.
Yeah, now if you fancy heading out for 17 nights and taking in the sights of Hong Kong, Vietnam and Singapore, then Norwegian Cruise Line tonight is definitely the one to go through with this one. You get 2 nights in Hong Kong and then 13 nights on board, and you can also stay in Singapore from as little as £99 per person. That is phenomenal value. With that one, the ID number is 191986.
Then we moved on to the French cruise line, the Ponant cruises, Le Boreal, if I remember rightly, is the name of the ship.
Yes.
This is the one that was the garden-themed cruise. Excursions to Kew Gardens, the Royal Botanic Garden in Edinburgh. Deposit only, so you haven't got to think about the money tonight. 1 night stay in the Royal Horse Guards Hotel in London, all-inclusive drinks on board, free UK chauffeur service. Come on, up to 100 miles, absolutely free. €400 per person on board spend, and that is per person. Inboard flights to London, overseas transfers are included.
Then we're off to the Canaries with Pullmantur, and this is on board the Zenith. All-inclusive, tips are included on this one, and you can add on a 7-night pre-cruise stay for as little as £379 per person. It's just brilliant value on that. Tips included and all-inclusive. ID number on that one is 158246.
And we've still got one to squeeze in, and of course there were all those extra little deals as well, but we won't get to those. This very last one's Columbus with cruise and maritime, 14 nights around the Baltic. You've got several dates, May, June, July and September of next year. Exclusive deposit of just £1 overnight in St Petersburg. Single special if you would like it. Save an extra £50 per person if you book tonight. You've got until midnight tomorrow. Those deals will be off. And itineraries differ slightly depending on the departure. Same sorts of ports calls, but of course they changed the order. Very, very simple. Sometimes that's down to the tide, you know, high or low. ID number on that, 170639. This sail ends tomorrow, Halloween at midnight. So call the team now. Write down the phone number because it's about to disappear. We're going back to ID World in just a moment. 0808 250 2662. You could also go to planetcruise.com and you'll see many more cruises. Or, of course, you can go to ideaworld.tv, where you're accustomed to going, and in our search engine put Planet Cruise. And the cruises we feature tonight will show up. Hey, Justin, a big thank you to you.
Absolute pleasure.
Where are you
as
off
always.
to next? Where's your next flight to?
Oh, I'm going to be off to South America, but I'll be back with you in 2 weeks' time.
I'm off to South America. Like, no big deal.
It's work. It's work. It's not a holiday.
So, hey, I really enjoyed your company. Thank you so much. Call Planet Cruise now. The team are waiting for your call right now. Go and get your holiday.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications, and if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content like this, click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. Or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.